Thank you for checking out this special presentation of Lone Star Internet Radio's podcast. Lone Star Internet Radio is Montgomery County's community radio station. This podcast is a recording of the 2016 Montgomery County Primary Candidate Forum, broadcasted live from the Crichton Theater in downtown Conroe. This following podcast covers the Montgomery County Constable Precinct Number 2 candidates. Before we get to the candidate presentation, please take a moment and hear a word from a title sponsor of Lone Star Internet Radio, the Spirit of Texas Bank.
Owning a business means lots of things, including accepting every decision ultimately is your responsibility. The ups and downs, rewards and setbacks come with the territory. Spirit of Texas Bank understands. We started out with a dream too and chose the best place on earth to do business, Texas. To say we have a special understanding of the Texas spirit toward business isn't bragging, it's a fact, and it's our name. It doesn't matter if your office is the dash of your truck or the executive suite. Every day you need a bank. A place to put your profits, get your loans, process your payroll, expand, grow, buy, and plan your next move. You don't need excuses from a bank. You need understanding and fast action. Spirit of Texas Bank. All across Texas and now with locations in Conroe, the Woodlands, Magnolia, and Tomball. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we'll get started. We have 1 minute introductions. Mr. Cox, we will start with you.
Good evening. My name is Jimmy Cox. I'm a lifelong resident of Montgomery County. I've been a deputy constable for about 21 years. I've got over 3,000 hours of training, with over 300 of that specialized in civil law. This is what I do. I was born and raised in Montgomery County. I want to make this county safe for your children, just like it was for me when I was growing up here. I can't change things. Only thing I can do is try to improve things. Precinct 2 has not grown in 14 years. I want to develop a relationship with the other agencies here in the county, build this agency up where it should be, and give you the protection that you deserve, that your tax dollars pay for. Thank you.
Thank you. Could y'all make sure those doors stay shut back there? Mr. Beavers, you're next.
I'm Billy Beavers. I've been a certified peace officer for over 22 years. I hold a T-Code Master Peace Officer certificate. I work for the Panorama Village Police Department, where I've been commissioned for the last 16 years, currently serving as the Chief of Police. My platform for this position is simple. I want to protect your three main assets: your families, your homes, and your businesses. How do we do that? By transforming the Constable's office into a full-service 24/7 law enforcement agency with strong proactive presence. By creating additional divisions such as a warrant division to serve the outstanding warrants issued by the JP courts. The JP court right now generates 42 to 50 warrants a month with outstanding fines that are owed to this county in excess of $8,000 to $10,000 per month. These warrants are not currently being pursued, and this division can attempt the service of those warrants, and the fines that are collected by that new division will more than pay for itself. Thank you.
Thank you. Constable DeForest.
I'm Gene DeForest. I am your constable for Precinct 2. I've been in law enforcement for over 40 years. I've been in law enforcement right here in Montgomery County for over 30. I've been serving as your constable for the last 15 years. I'm married to my wife for 41 plus years. I have a daughter and 2 beautiful grandchildren. I served in the United States Marine Corps. I am a veteran. I am proud and honored to serve you, the people, as your constable. I work hard every day for you. I will continue to work hard every day if I'm elected and serve the next 4 years next year. Thank you.
Thank you. First question, Mr. Beavers, we'll start with you. Considering the Precinct 2 coverage area, what challenges does the growth present, and what new plans or initiatives would you implement to ensure public safety throughout the precinct?
That is actually part of my platform with the creation of new divisions. Being call responsive, pairing with the other agencies here in Montgomery County to assist with the call volume that will free up officers in all agencies, and for us to move to a 24/7 law enforcement agency and assist the other agencies all day long. We're not just going to help 8 to 5. We're going to serve our civil process, but we're going to be in your neighborhoods, traffic enforcement, criminal investigations, serving warrants, and doing actual call response that isn't being done now. That the Conroe Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, they need our help. They're running call to call to call and being reactive rather than proactive. And if we step up and assist those agencies, that'll free up officers that will make your communities more safe.
Thank you. Constable DeForest.
I'm very proud of my department. Officers work hard every day. They answer calls daily with the Sheriff's Department, with Conroe Police Department. We had over 5,000 civil papers that we served last year. That's our main priority, is civil process. That's what we're governed by the state of Texas, as to serve civil process. That's first and foremost. And we do that. We do that on a regular basis, trying to get those papers served as they're supposed to be. We do answer calls with the Sheriff's Department, like I say, on a daily basis. We do answer calls with Conroe Police Department on a daily basis, from my chief deputy on down, including me. Last year I ran over 200 calls personally. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Cox.
Yes, like Mr. Beaver said, we need to be a 24/7 agency. That's the first thing I'm going to implement. There's enough people there. There's no reason why it should not be a 24/7 agency right now. You can do that with 9 people. That's not a problem. It can get done. Precinct 2, I checked the statistics. True, we are civil primarily. Precinct 2 wrote less than 50 traffic tickets this entire year in the precinct. When you miss opportunities like that, then you're missing crime. There's people, you don't stop this individual from speeding today, tomorrow he runs over somebody and he kills somebody. You get out there, you be proactive. You get your neighborhood watch program started going in your neighborhoods. Conroe is growing at a phenomenal rate. Precinct 2 is not.
Thank you. Okay, Constable DeForest, next question you'll start. What budget and resource issues does the Constable's office face, and what solutions would you propose to Commissioner's Court?
Well, we have a $1.2 million budget, but most of it's salaries. I maintain the office very strictly as far as expenditures. We maintain that office with what little money we can and spread it out to serve you, the taxpayers. It's your money, it's not ours. We go to Commissioner's Court with budget every year. Commissioner's Court is the one that actually controls our budget. It's, you know, they say they want to, 24/7. It's not going to be possible if we go 24/7 with the manpower that we have. Do we need manpower? Yes, we do. And I go to Commissioner's Court every year and ask for manpower, but I don't get it. They say we don't need it. We do the civil process. That's what they expect us to do, so that's what we continue to do.
Thank you. Mr. Cox.
If you prove to the commissioners that there is a need for manpower, you will get manpower. Every commissioner, every constable's office in this county has doubled or tripled in size in the last 15 years, except for Precinct 2. You can do a 24/7 schedule with 6 people. It can be done. When I started working at Precinct 4, we did it, and now we've got 28 people where we started out with 9 people 7 years ago. All you got to do is prove a need to commissioners, and they will give you the people you need to do the job. They want this county to be just as safe as you do, but you got to prove to them that you're going to utilize the assets that they give you, and that you're going to get out there and you're going to do the work, and they will give you the people to do the work to keep your community safe.
Thank you. Mr. Beavers.
You won't hear me say this a lot, but I totally agree with Jimmy. The budget issues in this county that need to be addressed in the constable's office is, first of all, we need to quit going to Commissioner's Court with our hand out without justification. You need to justify what you need. When you're running an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday constable office and you go ask for additional resources, I can understand why they don't give you those additional resources. We need to step up. We need to generate our own revenue. We need to serve those warrants that are coming out of the Justice Court. Like I said, there are $8,000 to $10,000 a month that are unpaid fines that are sitting there in a cabinet not being actively pursued. We can generate funds and pay for some of the resources that we're asking the commissioners for now. We can go out and do narcotics interdiction and let these criminals know that we're going to take your contraband, we're going to take your drug money, your drug cars, and we're going to seize them and we're going to sell them, and those proceeds will go to the county.
Thank you. Next question will be to you, Mr. Cox. How is the Constable's office handling private contracts with communities for additional law enforcement? What changes, if any, would you make?
Right now, I think Precinct 2 has one contract or one subdivision that they have a contract deputy with. And on that aspect, the subdivision, they pay the county pays the officer. Same equipment, same job, same everything. You get an officer there 40 hours a week. Where I work right now, we have several different contract deputies. What we do, yeah, that deputy's in there 40 hours a week, but we pull the slack. When he's not on duty, we respond to all of his calls in that neighborhood. We don't have to pull the sheriff's department away from what they're doing. If a call goes out, one of our officers responds to it. That's what you do. You take care of each other and you take care of what needs to be done. As far as working the extra jobs, police officers have always worked extra jobs, but you shouldn't depend on that for your income, and you shouldn't depend on the people paying you extra to do what you should be doing in the first place.
Thank you. Mr. Beavers?
Can you repeat the question,
Sure.
please?
How is the Constable's Office handling private contracts with communities for additional law enforcement, and what changes, if any, would you make?
Well, I think that private contracts in some of these subdivisions are necessary. They're good for the county. It's additional funding that's coming in that's paid by that neighborhood for a contract deputy to be there and provide security for that neighborhood. I think it's a great idea. I agree that I believe there is one contract with Precinct 2 at this time. They're working another subdivision as an extra job. And they put officers over there, and they're paid straight from the subdivision. I think that they should take every initiative, we should take every initiative as a constable's department to change that to a contract with the county and let them pay directly through the county instead of just the subdivision paying the officers as an extra employment opportunity.
Thank you. Constable DeForest?
Yeah, we do have one contract. It's a part-time position. It's not a 40-hour contract. It's 30 hours. And it's paid for by one of the subdivisions. They do pay the county, and they do pay all the extras to go with it. We do have an extra job with River Plantation, which I have made a verbal commitment with them back when I first got elected, that we would serve their community. And we do. We serve it on a 60-hour-a-week basis. Guys work in there as an extra job, including myself. I work in there also. And this is not something that they want to do, is go to the county for a contract with the county because of the money that it costs them. Right now, they pay 60 hours a week. With one deputy, they would lose 20 hours a week right off the bat, plus it would cost them another extra probably $80,000 that they don't have. So that's why they work as an extra job. My hours a week, 8 to 5, it's not an 8 to 5 job. They work evenings when they have to. They work weekends when they have to get papers served. I just wanted to make that clear.
Thank you. Next question, Mr. Beavers, you'll start. What unique services does the Precinct 2 Constable's Office provide to the community? Should these continue, and what additional services would you propose?
I don't know that there's any unique services that they provide. The Constable's Department in Precinct 2, from what I have seen, they serve their civil papers, they provide security for the Justice Court, and yes, at times, sporadically, they will answer a call for service. But I've seen numerous times throughout the years that a Constable Precinct 2 deputy will respond to a call, and then they call for a Sheriff's Department unit to come over and take the report. Why tie up 2 county employees, 2 peace officers on the street to handle one call for service? I don't know that they're doing anything unique. There are numerous opportunities for us to expand with different divisions and start that process here in the county.
Thank you. Constable DeForest?
Well, again, I go back to Commissioner's Court. They have to give us the manpower that we need to be able to serve the people here in Precinct 2. I don't have the manpower to have a detective to do nothing but work cases. I go out and we do take reports from citizens from time to time, but if it calls for additional work or follow-up work by an investigator, I like to have the Sheriff's Department work on that and take those reports because they're the ones that have the manpower. They're the ones that get paid to do that. We, as the Constable Department, don't have that manpower to do the job that we need to do, like they're bringing up to say that they want to do. And we do what we can and help out and do what we can to serve the citizens of Montgomery County in Precinct 2, and I'll continue to do that. We work hard every day serving the community and going out and doing what we have to do, and that's the civil process. Like I said, we had 5,000 cases last year.
Thank you. Mr. Cox?
Yes, Precinct 2 doesn't provide any special services right now to the county. In years past, they did provide special services, and they were a bigger precinct. In the last 10 years, that precinct has been shrunk twice in size. If you can't take care of what you've got, the commissioners are going to make it smaller till you can get it down to size where you can take care of it. All you got to do is prove that you can do the job. They will give you the people to do the job, and you can provide those services that they need.
Thank you. Okay, 1 minute for closing. Constable DeForest, we will start with you.
Well, I am Constable Gene DeForest. I am your constable, and I work for you. I do the job that's at hand. My people that work for the Precinct 2 Constable's office, they work for you. They're very professional, they're polite. I have 4 bases for my foundation of my office: professionalism, pride, honesty, and integrity. And each one of the people that work for the Precinct 2 Constable's office adhere to that. They're there to help you every day. You walk in my office and need something, they're there to help you. They will not turn you away or turn you to somebody else or say you need to go talk over here. If they can help you, they will. And we do that, each and every one of us, from me on down. We serve you, the people. Thank you. I am Gene DeForest. I am your constable, and I would appreciate your support, and mostly I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Cox?
Yes. Once again, my name is Jimmy Cox, lifelong resident of Montgomery County. I hold a Master Peace Officer's license. I have more training hours as a law enforcement officer than my opponents. I have more training in civil than both of my opponents put together. This is what I do. This is what I've done for over the past 20 years. I want to make this town, this county, a safe place for you to raise your children, raise your families, and have your businesses. I'd appreciate your vote. Once again, my name is Jimmy Cox. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Beavers?
The deputies and administrators of Precinct 2 Constable's office, as Constable DeForest stated, serve the public when they come into the office. The problem that I see is that office is closed too often. There may have been a time in this county for law enforcement to operate 8 through 5, Monday through Friday, and that time is long past. Let's face it, folks, this country's going to hell in a handbasket, and it's time for law enforcement to stand up and take action. Montgomery County agencies have to create a combined law enforcement effort that never locks the door and turns out the lights. 24/7 law enforcement is something the taxpayers of this county deserve, and if elected, I will provide it here in Precinct 2. I'm Billy Beavers, Republican candidate for Montgomery County Constable Precinct 2, and I'd appreciate your vote in the upcoming primary.
Thank you. Thank all of you for your time.
Thank you for listening to the special broadcast of the 2016 Montgomery County Primary Candidate Forum. This was an open invitation event to all candidates and was broadcasted live from the Crichton Theater. If you have any questions or comments for Lone Star Internet Radio, or you would like to sponsor Lone Star Internet Radio, please contact the station online at irlonestar.com or our Facebook page, Lone Star Internet Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station, broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas. We would also like to thank the title sponsor of Lone Star Internet Radio, the Spirit of Texas Bank, Lone Star Internet Radio, and the Spirit of Texas Bank, serving the community of Montgomery County.